Blue Box's upcoming. Oh, this is a nutty thing. There's a couple of videos you could watch that go into this even further than what I'm going to talk about here, but this is kind of funny. So, Blue Box's upcoming PS5 exclusive game called Abandoned, which we've actually seen a trailer for. I can't remember if we watched it on the podcast or not, but I'm pretty sure we did. Anyway, it was a while ago. It's turning into another kind of Hideo Kojima conspiracy, tying him to a possible Silent Hill game being done with Konami. The lead developer's name. So I'm just going to list some of the reasons or how this is going down. So in the past, Hideo Kojima has done these kind of like, oh, what are they called? It's like it's a form of guerrilla marketing. It's like and it's almost like a fucking, oh, there's a term for it. But basically, it's kind of like putting out a convoluted puzzle for the public to figure out on the internet over time, unlocking all the secrets of this product or this thing, and it becomes marketing because it becomes viral because everyone's talking about it. Are you having a rave over there right now?
I'm trying to fix my lighting. It just went crazy.
I'm about to put on Darude's fucking Sandstorm. Shit's getting ARG, that's what they refer to it as. So anyway, he's known to do this shit in the past. So people are already a little suspicious, right? So here's the thing. Sus, as the children would say. So the lead developer, the lead that's public facing, because only I think one guy has actually talked to any publications or come out and shown themselves or anything from this studio. His name, or his, I can't remember if it's his first or last name. I think it's his last name, is Karaman or something along those lines. And if you Google went down the rabbit hole, or just people went down the rabbit hole in this shit, but it's kind of a lot of coincidences lining up here. So for whatever reason, if you plug that bitch into Google Translator, in Turkish, it literally translates to Hideo. Hideo Kojima's first name. And the guy's first name also starts with an H, so his initials are HK. So, Hideo Kojima. So that got people a little, question marks, of course, as to what was going on there. And fucking incredible coincidence if that were the case. Then people dug a little deeper and looked for this guy's PS5 profile. They found it. They found it. His PS5 profile name, or his gamer tag, whatever you want to call it, is Sneaky Warrior, which sounds an awful lot like Solid Snake, if you ask me. So the Sneaky Warrior. And furthermore, his account is verified, which is normally reserved for relatively high-profile developers, of which Blue Box is not necessarily relatively high-profile. In fact, they're about as under the fucking radar as somebody could possibly be. Further than that, it includes a recently, because you can see, if you allow people to, the recently played games that you've played, right? So on this guy's profile, they recently played, only for an hour, a game called Demon Blood, or Demon's Blood. The thing about that game is that it doesn't actually exist anywhere on the PlayStation Store. And not that anyone can really find a hell of a lot of it anyway. It is, by the picture in it, related to a creature that's actually done by a Canadian author or something like that, or has been talked about by a Canadian author, and I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, what's it freaking called? Anyway, they backtraced it. That's also loosely connected to Hideo Kojima and his previous shit. Further than that, and this was really the one that kind of set them off in the most obvious way, the dev team on Twitter tweeted, "Abandoned equals first letter S, last letter L," which is about, I mean, fucking come on. Silent Hill, for God's sake, right? I mean, that's what else is that supposed to be? Shill? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? And so obviously everyone went nuts. Then they later apologized, saying, no, we apologize. It's not supposed to be Silent Hill. We're sorry we baited you. We're sorry we baited you. Blue Box was apparently formed, Mr. Black, exactly 1 year to the day that the PT demo was released. And they hold absolutely zero trademarks as a company. Big goose egg. Apparently, we're supposed to find out more tomorrow. And there's more to that rabbit hole. That's just kind of the highlights. However, if this is either the greatest list of coincidences in human history and the dev team baited the fuck out of everyone on Twitter with the first letter S, last letter L, and that man might be killed in public if he ever goes outside, or this is a ridiculously well done ARG by Kojima and his crew for some sort of actual Silent Hill project, which I think, obviously, given how excited everyone has gotten about this and how widespread this crazy shit's gotten, apparently there's a lot of people looking to play Silent Hill, Mr. Black. Lots of people. So hopefully this pulls through and it's not just some bullshit indie game, because Blue Box, one of their few things game-related, they had a 99-cent mobile game that is a horror, is like a horror investigation game. And then they have a Kickstarter that they put up back in like fucking 2016 or 2015 or some shit. Or no, sorry, was it earlier, later than that? Anyway, they put a Kickstarter up not that long ago. I might be going back too far. And it only got like $100 and something out of 15 grand they were looking for, and so that went away. There is nothing on this company, and any attempts to talk to anyone other than this one guy that's come out has all been declined. So it's like the most sketched out fucking indie developer in history, or there's something else going on here. The guy, Caramon or whatever his name is, did a video and posted on Twitter to say, here's my face, I'm a real person, yada yada yada, but it looked like the dude was being held hostage in a fucking black room, for God's sake. It wasn't exactly the most well-defined space I've ever seen. So, I don't know, we're gonna see more tomorrow possibly. One way or the other, this is either the greatest ruse ever by a small indie team that's going to soak up a lot of, for better or worse, good and bad press for pulling the shit over people's eyes with this whole thing, or Hideo Kojima has done some sort of crazy multi-year-long fucking ARG lead-up to this thing, and that would be absolutely insane. So, we'll wait and see tomorrow. Apparently we're supposed to know more, but there you go. Another Hideo Kojima special. It's gotta happen once in a while, Mr. Black. You gotta get fucking down the rabbit hole.
Why not?
But you know, it's kind of funny. People were saying there's so many things here that are coincidental, and there's so much more than what I've just listed here. It's stupid. That the people were, somebody was, I can't remember who said this, but it was on Twitter, and they were like, this kind of scares me because I kind of believe it, and I would understand now how people start getting into conspiracy theories. It's like they just start looking for shit, and they're like, oh yeah, that matches up with this, and that all comes together, and oh my god, it's gotta be, you know.
You see what you want to see, man. That's what it is.
It's true.
Your brain just.
I mean, they had me at this motherfucker's name literally translates into Hideo, and his first and last initials are H and K, and at that point it's like, fuck me. I mean, like, that's the greatest coincidence in the history of video games. And then that specific guy is a developer, then posts that shit on his Twitter about SNL, and you're like, fucking, come on, really? What are the fucking odds? So there you go. We'll talk about it next week if we find out more about that. But go ahead and watch some videos on it. You'll get a good laugh out of it anyway, because it's a funny rabbit hole to go down.